to the banging misses and videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with this shit, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot got all my people in red clothes. Dialing my metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros like that.
Wanna party with me?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition. It's our Wednesday night edition, of course, of the Walking His Ways Impact Voice podcast. I'm very excited to be with y'all one more time. Of course, you know I'm the host, Furman Jackson Jr. We're broadcasting right now out of DFW, that's Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. Everybody wants to know what that means. I'm very excited, very honored, very privileged to have a very extraordinary individual here tonight. Leslie, she's actually originally from Chicago. She now lives here in the DFW, Dallas Fort Worth Texas. She's considered herself a serial entrepreneur. Awesome woman that I met a month ago. Was it a month ago?
It was.
At the DFW Network. Awesome story, amazing testimony that she shared with me. And if you hear her testimony, you were like, oh, you know, you don't look like what you went through. But we know that when you come out of things, you know you come looking good, right? Looking, feeling good, and you don't look like none that you've been through until someone open their mouth and share their story. Of course, you know this is our Wednesday night edition. The name of this title of this episode is called Raw Truth. I got that out of one of your page on your Facebook posts, and I said, you know what, let's call it the Raw Truth. And with your testimony, it is raw as well. So, Leslie, thank you for taking time out your productive schedule to be on the show this evening. Just go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Well, I'm Leslie. Leslie, the extraordinaire entrepreneur, let's say that. And just like our gracious host said, I don't look like what I've been through, and that's a testimony in of itself. Some people can't take a cold, let alone any type of chastisement without looking like they've been beat up. So I've had a beautiful life with some trials and tribulations, some bumps and bruises, but I'm here and I thank God for the redemption.
And that's awesome, Leslie, that you're still here, because some individuals, they'll just lose their mind. It's no point of return from them. But when you go through something, or you go through those valleys in life, that it's going to determine is you going to stay in it, or once you make up your mind and give up, I'm going to press my way through, and I'm going to overcome any obstacle that's faced before me. Because we know it says that those who endure to the end shall be saved. People forget about that. It's all about your endurance. That's why you see people. That's why it's always important to get your wind up. If you get your wind up, you can last a pretty long time. But if you don't get that wind up, you're gonna get tired out, and that's it. But it's all about enduring to the end. So hey, let's give us this amazing story, Leslie. Give us a background on who you are. I know you were born in Chicago, of course.
I am born and raised on the west
and
side.
Transitioned down here into the South, of course, Dallas, Texas. How did it all come about? Growing up in Chicago, and now I'm making a living here in the DFW.
Okay, well, first of all, let's just address the South. You know, Chicago has a very rich Southern culture. Most of
Really?
my grandparents were raised in the South, and so you got to know that they left the South to come to the North. So they bought all the food, all the gratitude, all the traditions, all of that. So yeah, I was born in the North, raised in the North, but I still have a very rich Southern roots. Okay. And I've been here in the Dallas area for about 12 years. I came here, like now, as you see what's going on in Chicago is 1,000 times worse than what it was 12 years ago. So I didn't want my kids to have to be raised in that. I thought that it would be a better environment for them to bring them to the South. It's the best decision that I've ever made for them. They are very productive young men. I'm very proud of their walk in Christ, their walk in life, and just blessed beyond measure of how God has kept them and framed them.
And that's what's up, because I know as a parent, you want the best for your children, and you want to bring them up in a healthy, positive, productive environment. There are opportunities there's no limit to greatness and obtain greatness and to achieve great things. Like I was mentioned on the show earlier this morning, that God did not make us to be a waste. You know, the scripture tells
Yes.
us and
This-
knowing those things that He already thinks towards us, that we should start getting in our subconscious mind and on things for ourselves, that you were not created to be a waste. You're fearfully wonderfully made, and
Yes.
you're created to do greater works. Even Christ said you should do greater works. And that's what we have to get. That's what we've been put here for, to do greater works, and all that leave a legacy. Of course, Scripture tells us a good man leaves inheritance for his children. And of
Mhm.
course, you're an entrepreneur. How did it all come about? Stepping off into the
Ooh.
entrepreneurship.
Well, you know what? Hindsight, I think I've always been an entrepreneur, but
Okay.
I was raised to, like, my mom was a federal government worker. Okay, I really had kind of a great childhood. I didn't want for anything. Parent household, they both worked, but it was like, go to school, go to college, get a job. That's how we were trained, you know.
Right.
And so being an entrepreneur was never on the radar for me. It was go to school, get a job. So I did that, and I hated every moment of it. It was like the worst thing ever. You get up and it's like, now what? You get up, it was like, now what? It was truly, you know how they say that saying that's like, if you have a job, it does feel like work, but if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's true. Like, I'm a testament to that. I hated going to that place, all of them, any day. So I've always just been very tenacious. I was kind of being raised by older parents. My mom didn't have a lot of time. I had two older siblings. I had to do a lot of research on my own. And so my mom used to actually do taxes on the side. And so people would come over and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And she said, oh, I'm doing taxes. I said, how do you do that? And I was young. My mom like threw I don't know if anybody knows what a publication, the publication 17 is, but she was like, oh, this is how you do it. And just kind of threw me a book, threw the book at me. And I just started flipping through it. And I said, oh, you can teach yourself how to do stuff to make money on the side, so that's kind of where it all started.
And that's awesome. Just to do that, to get it come and to create, like you said, we was programmed to go to school, get a job, be on that job for 30 some odd years, and draw a pension. And we
Yeah.
think that we thought that was living, because people feel like once I retire, I'm living a good life now. But
Right.
that's really a lie. But you should
And
want to
it
live
doesn't
a good life.
exist.
And it doesn't exist. And and in matter of fact, we're in a point now, if people really look at it, like Social Security, there's no more Social Security. I remember years ago, they told me around my generation, there won't be no more Social Security. And we see that what's transpiring today. So that's why it's so important to get out there, educate yourself when it comes to finances. Educate yourself when it comes, learn about the Roth IRAs, not just the 401k, but learn about the Roth IRAs. Learn about different
Mutual
investments, different stuff, all the things of that nature like that. Cause that's what I'm into. I'm into the stocks now. Cause I'm all about making my money grow, and you want to be able to build interest off of it through the years. It's just like we put our money in the bank, but it don't draw any interest. A little bit of interest.
Not for us. Not for us.
But
they make plenty of money off of our money, but we don't
Right.
make any money off of our money.
right, Leslie. I look at this. Why won't you take an extra, if you have an extra $200, $250, and invest it, so you can see the return on it? Because all you're gonna do with that little $200, $250, what you're gonna do? You're gonna buy material things that don't bring no value at the end of the day. But it's all about that's what it's all about. But you want to be able to utilize your gifts and talent, but entrepreneurship realm. And we know that our ancestors, of course, were entrepreneurs, of course. Especially at that time when everything was so segregated. that they had to get out there and start their own business. They had to get out there and be more independent and not depend on the system, how the system was towards our ancestors. And we know that entrepreneurship really hit big when the pandemic hit. We know a lot of people lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Some people didn't never bounce back from it, but they had to get out there and make stuff happen because they got to realize bills were still coming in, right?
Right.
The light bill, all that stuff was still coming in. So individuals had to get out there and do something. So as you was an entrepreneur, how did that affect you when the pandemic hit? I
Oh, well,
know.
I was already at that time we strictly were into transportation, so we skyrocketed. The pandemic did nothing but like push more business our way. We were, essential workers. So we were out there on the road and getting people the things that they were ordering offline. So our niche, uh, which is my son's business, but that's, I do, this is what I do. I help people start their businesses. And so he was a fresh college graduate. He was a criminal justice major. He didn't really want to go into criminal justice. And I said, well, let me start teaching you what I know. And so I started teaching him how to dispatch. And then he was like, that's not so bad. I said, you could possibly start your own trucking business. I can form the entity for you and do all the grunt work. And so I did that. And now 5 years later, he's still going strong. His niche is final mile. I'm his administrator, operations manager. But the pandemic did nothing but send us to the roof. But hindsight, the pandemic also created a second problem where a lot of people didn't want to work anymore anyway.
Oh yeah, it did.
So it was like some took off on the entrepreneurial path, and then some took off on another path, right? Where you just didn't get anybody to work at all.
Yeah, and I know, and I didn't want to work it out, but we know that when you are a business owner and you're an entrepreneur, it does take work. And individuals don't hear that. You have a lot of individuals who call themselves entrepreneurs, but they're not working. But they're not working.
No,
and I don't understand that.
It's a lot of grunt work, and it's not pretty. It's not easy. People, you don't have all of the liberties and free time to do a lot of the social activities that other people that actually go to a 9 to 5 only. Because you have some entrepreneurs that have a 9 to 5 and then they got that 5 to 10. They spend the 5 to 10 on their own business. But the ones that only have a 9 to 5, they'll never understand that our hands, every fiber of our being goes into how our income comes in. And so there are times where you just have to say no to this activity. You have to say no to that. Your money is attached to quarters. Your money is attached to the waves. Your money is attached to so many different things. So you can't just spend it willy-nilly. People think that, you're self-employed, because they don't see you get up and go to a physical place, 9 to 5, that you have all the free time in the world, but you don't. It's a very hard and disciplined life. You have to discipline yourself, because if you don't put that effort in, then nothing comes. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a continual, it's a wheel. You have to turn that wheel. Now, granted, if you got it oiled good enough, you ain't got to sit there and crank it all day, every day, because you got it oiled enough so it turns and does what it needs to do. But you still have to make sure it's turning. So that takes work.
Yeah, it does. It does take work and knowing your target market. And I think some individuals, Leslie, don't know their target market, because they teach you what your market is. Who are you targeting? And some individuals ask them what their target market is. They can't give you a straight up answer.
Okay. That's true. You have to, like, people say a niche, but I say, what's your specialization? What is it that you actually specialize in? But again, like I say, one of our businesses is transportation, but our market is not Walmart. Our market is not the Amazons. Our market is us. everyday consumers. You want to know outside of uh, the Walmarts and the Amazons, you have the Sam Clubs and the Costco's and the Best Buys and the what every other commerce site. But they go to the store or they're online, they're shopping, and they see and they say, "Oh, I want it, I need it." Well, that big 53-foot truck can't bring that down your street or up the stairs to your apartment or to your little house on the back road on that farm market road. And so that's who we serve. We serve ourselves, you know, and that's what makes it kind of rewarding, because when you go to take that lazy boy chair because this family member had just got out the hospital, they're sick, and you go in, our drivers or our delivery guys go in and they put that chair in place so that family member can enjoy sitting among the family instead of being in the bed, so it seems trivial, but there's a lot of reward in what we do. Another business that we have is a food truck / daiquiri shop, and it's not just to sell food, it is to show love. Our cook, she shows love in everything that she does. I'm the bartender right now, but again, that's just to show love and to be affordable. When you go to eat, why do you have to almost forego or forfeit paying a bill just to have a meal? You shouldn't have to do that. So our specialty is to be able to bring a good home cooked something, with love, that's affordable, that you don't have to go and be like, man, or regret that you spent the money because it didn't put a dent in your pocket.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah. And my last venture is employment. So I recruit. I'm a freelance recruiter. I have a virtual call center. I mean, I kind of stay busy. I'm in the midst of trying to build some tiny homes to provide affordable housing for people. And we have a not-for-profit. Initially, me and my boys, my mom, we would literally go out on all major holidays and take food, small necessities, toiletries, water, whatever, to the homeless. Just hit the street in Dallas. I wanted to show love that way. Everybody's not out there just because, yes, there's mental illness. Yes, there's some drug abuse, but some people there has just been a series of unfortunate events that are beyond their control, and they don't deserve to be shunned because of it. So here in the last month, we've actually formed a 501c4, which is a social organization and the other arm of a 501c3. So most people think that the only way you can have a not-for-profit is a 501c3, but there's a chapter on it. Again, these are the things that I'm pretty good at, that I do. I help people start businesses. I have my own series of businesses, as you see. And so we're going to be moving into providing housing, meals. I want to do those portable showers, start to build some tent cities. The sky's the limit. It's just a matter of getting the right team together and actually, putting it all together.
Right. So it's mostly your focus more on the need instead of the want.
Right.
Because even Paul said, God should supply all your needs.
That's right.
According to His riches and glory. And the need, and I heard a pastor say this a long time ago. He said, your needs give you life. So you're in the business of providing for the needs, but bringing life to the individuals who need these things. And okay, I see the problem. Now I'm focused more on the solution.
Yeah.
Being more solution based, more than everything. That's awesome. Hey, we're gonna take a commercial break, and after that commercial break, we're gonna be right back with our Q&A conversation.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on the Walking This Way Impact Boys podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Fermi Jackson Jr., and also I have my special guest with me, entrepreneur herself, Leslie Williams, of course, here at the DF Dub. Very extraordinary time, very extraordinary things you're doing, Leslie, in the community, in the city, and just making an impact on whom you come in contact with. And I like how you're focused more on the need instead of the want, because we know we're in the times now that everything has become more convenient for certain individuals, where you don't have to actually go out anymore if at least you want to, but now you can have stuff delivered to you now. So everything now is more convenient now for a lot of individuals who don't want to step out, especially we know it's hot here, and it's like, well, it's too hot. I just has why bring me something. So but it's a booming business, of course, because we know that you actually meet a need, of course.
Yeah.
And just helping people out and also gaining profit from it. So that's an awesome thing as well also. So of all this journey that did you ever imagine that your life would take a toll the way it did?
No.
Just
No, no, absolutely not. I never pictured going to a prison ever. Not ever. So no. Now what's your next question? Not in a million years. That is a very surreal experience. You're just like, surely I'll be fine. Surely this is not like you just never know. This, I'll say this. I didn't see it. I didn't like it. I was very angry with God. People don't like to admit that they can get angry with God. I was angry. I was like, why would you allow this to happen to me? And the answer was coming, but I was afraid to even hear the answer. I said, I don't want to hear it. That's okay. I'm not ready. But when I finally kind of let go to open up, the answer came. It was a personal response. And I said, oh, okay. But then the blessings and the healing and the redemption came after that. So, like when you pray, and I mean this wholeheartedly, when you start praying about a thing, and God begins to move, you can't tell him how to bless it, how to bring it forth. You have no control over it whatsoever when you let go and let God. So you just have to trust the process. Again, who wants a spanking? Who wants to be chastised? Nobody. But it has to happen. You have to be pruned. It's painful. And I'm hindsight, I'm thankful for it, because I have
right.
a more fulfilling life. Prior, I had a lot of material things, but I didn't have any happiness. I didn't have any peace. I didn't have any joy. But now I have it all. And so
That's it, Cole. What it says, what profits a man that gave the whole world yet lose his soul?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a lot of individuals walking around it like that, Leslie, who, okay, it's not you. It's just an I do. It's not an I am.
Right.
But we are more focused more on the outside instead of focused on what's on the inside. Clean up the inside. And once we clean up the inside, eventually the outside will show. It's like if you have a nice home, it looks good on the outside, landscape, everything. But you walk inside that house, it does not match. It doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't match how it look on the outside.
Yeah.
So that lets you know how it's important that we start within, because that's what Jesus did. He started within man, taught man within, to heart, the mindset. And then once the mindset changed, then our outer world will start changing.
It does.
We'll look at life at a whole. We'll look at life differently. We'll think differently. We'll talk differently. We'll do different things. And then you'll see the positive result, because that's what it's all about. The love, God's love. Recognize that he does love you, and recognize that you don't have to walk around being full of self-hate. You don't have to walk around pleasing other
shame.
people.
Yeah.
Feel shame. Judge already that ourselves. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm not worthy enough. Where have they found this out about me? So we are already in our mind be judging ourselves when we don't have to, but that goes to how we feel ourselves, view ourselves. Right. We was always taught to love other people, but we were never taught to love ourselves.
Yeah, but
and if you do love, go ahead, Leslie.
No, go. I'm listening.
No, I'm saying because when they would tell you love yourself, oh, you being selfish or that's not good. But look how many people lost themselves in the process of trying to please others.
And still lost. They don't even know how to reclaim their independence or identity. They have no idea what that is. They don't know what self-love looks like. But so any love, any true love, all still starts with loving our Creator. So if you don't love him, then you absolutely don't love anything else. it's something that resembles it, but it's not true.
Right. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and that's it. So you loving yourself, you respecting yourself, you're honoring yourself. We were talking about earlier during the show. You was not created to be a waste. Yeah, we made some bad mistakes. Yes, we made some poor choices, but we learn from those things. You know, they said, oh, they always say, when they say take the L, take it as a learning lesson.
Right.
And we learn. Some people don't. Just to be real, some people don't. But you got some people who do learn and say, you know what? I'm not going back down to that path no more. A snake gonna be a snake. A lion still gonna be a lion. A dog still gonna be a dog. They don't change at all. It's like that rattlesnake pit. You know, if you go to a rattlesnake pit, what's gonna happen? It's gonna strike you. It's not. It's always gonna strike you. It's not gonna change. Don't even think, oh, it's not gonna do it today. It's still gonna strike you.
It's in the nature.
Get close to. There you go. It's in the nature, so it's still gonna strike you. So don't never think, oh, it's not gonna do nothing today. I'm fine. Okay, get close to it.
Right.
It's gonna strike you. Like it's in his nature, and not only that, it's protecting himself because he thinks you're gonna bring harm to him. So he has to protect himself.
And
So
some people are natural predators too. So, like at some point, we also have to guard ourselves and know where danger is and stay away.
Spirit discernment, having that spirit discernment, having that spirit discernment. We know that happens a lot, especially Leslie. You have a lot of individuals who complain about being single. They allow their emotions to get in the way. When you make an emotional decision, it costs us a lot at the end of the day.
It does.
But allowing that spirit of loneliness to creep in, I gotta have somebody. So what you do, you accept every time Dick and Harry into your personal space out of loneliness, and then realize you catch so much hell now.
But they'll still deal with it because they're not alone. So that some people will still accept all of that just so they can not be alone. Even though they're still alone, they don't realize that just because a physical body is in the presence doesn't mean that you have the emotional support that you should have.
Right.
They're just there. They're just there.
Just say I got somebody.
Yeah.
But it's not living though. You know, it's not living at all. There's not no peace about it. There's no joy about it. It's just to think about it. It's stressful just thinking about it. But just knowing that, hey, I love me. You walk with your head held up high. You walk with your chest out. You walk in like you own the joint. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
right.
love you. Like, yeah, you own you. You love you. Get your goals in place. Think about it, Liz. We are already in the 7th month. This is the first week of July.
It is.
7th month. Right there, like 2024. And we got to ask ourselves, is I'm satisfied where I'm at, or is I'm still procrastinating? You know, we get excited between December 31st, January 1st, we get all excited. Oh, this is my year. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. We talk ourselves. We talk a good game. But then we psych ourselves out too at the same time. Kind of mind plays tricks on us.
Okay.
Because once again, go ahead.
Let's flip that. Let's flip that whole thing. And let's say every single day is a new day and a new opportunity to start. Even if you didn't finish every day, every hour. Okay, I didn't do it last hour, but this hour, it can start with something as small as I'm gonna start drinking my 64 ounces of water a day. Maybe you didn't drink 8 ounces or 6 ounces the last hour, but this hour you can get it done. So I think that as a people, as a whole, that we need to stop waiting on the calendar year to flip over to try to make changes. We can do anything we want right now. Right now, today, we can start on whatever that is that we want to do. People like to say, oh, my finances aren't right. Okay, but if you want to start a business, let's just say you want to start a business. Maybe your finances are right, but you guess what you can do? It's so many things that you can do that won't cost you a penny. You can start on your business plan. You can start writing out your mission. You can start with the goals. You can make projections. But if you don't start there, you don't even know how much money you will need, if you need any, or any resources that can help you along the way. So every day of every of our life is an opportunity to start whatever it is that you want to start. Weight loss, weight gain, hair growth, whatever. Just get started.
That's it. I like that. Don't wait on the kid. I like that. Don't wait on the calendar. And that's how we've been conditioned to get so excited about a calendar day when you can do it. As long as you got breath in your body and your heart is still pumping out blood, you have an opportunity to get it right. And like you said, you don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can start right now. And I also like to say with the financial situation, you have to know where your money going. You know, are you spending your money on things that don't bring you any value? You know,
we got to come back off of social media with that. So it's a blessing and a curse all at the same time, right? Because it gives us access to people in all over the world that we didn't have. And so our message and our product, our services are able to just like touch and get out there, which is a wonderful thing. But at the same time, it's so much clout chasing, and a lot of it is false. But for those that have these insecurities about their life or where they're going, and because they may not have amassed so many material things, and they see people, oh, they just ate that, oh, they did this, oh, even though they might see the behind the scenes of how they fake a lot of these things, none of that resonates with them. They only see the flashy part. No one likes to really share the grunt work of how they had to get there. They only want to show the reward or the end result. Success doesn't happen overnight. You don't wake up one day with 1 million followers. You just don't go to sleep with zero and wake up with 1 million. You don't go to sleep with $0 and just wake up with 1 million. For most of us, you don't fall into a huge settlement. You don't fall into a large inheritance. You have to work on that thing. And it might require a loan. It might require your savings. It might require both. It might require none of it, but you don't know unless you sit down and try to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, that's it. You know, and just get out there and make things happen. Because you can't make excuses. You can't make excuses. And nobody's not going to knock on your front door if tell you need to get your life together. You have to make up in your mind. It's not going to happen. You have to get up. You have to get up in your. You have to make up in your mind and say, you know what? I'm not going to settle for less. Once you come into the knowledge of who you are and come into the knowledge of yourself and know how you're worth and your value, you will gain more confidence within yourself. And you have to make things happen. It's not going to fall out of the sky. God is not going to make it fall out of the sky. No, I'm not. It's not going to work that way. You know, you hear people say,
manna's not coming again, Freeman. the manna is not coming again.
Nah, you got to get out there and go get it. Because he already got everything set up. If it says, if we be willing and obedient, Leslie, we should eat the good of the land. If you be willing and obedient, you should eat the good of the land. That's action. Everything that God deal with is action. He's a God of action. He's not a God of procrastination. He's not a God of selling. He's not a God of unstability. He's a God of action. And he put that in us to move within action. It's like if you want to lose weight, gain weight, whatever you want to do, you have to put in the work to do that. We could pray all day. Faith without works is dead. It's like if you want to get out there and start a business, whatever you want to do, you still get out there and take work and sacrifice. But what it is now, Leslie, and we see this on social media, everybody want that instant gratification.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They
No one
want,
wants to wait. I mean, that goes with like even to eat. If it's too long of a wait, we'll go to the next place. You know, it's like how long? You know, we will go to the next place and get that. Nobody or somebody wants to skip the line and they want to take what you have and not work for it. Yeah, so
yeah.
that's another spirit, you know, that spirit of jealousy and envy. They won't work for theirs. They'll just sit back and wait on you to build yours, and then they'll just come along and be like, hey, let me have that. You don't need it.
That's
So
them gimme people. You know,
yeah, to
somebody,
get
yeah, somebody told me a long time ago, and that's still regularly in the back of my mind. Never let anybody ride your success. By
well,
saying that, just because you in these rooms and people know you, people latch on to you because of the success you got going on. They didn't help out. They didn't help you build. They even know you since day one. But I always told me, never let anybody ride your success. Know you doing good and you got it going on, you got people want to latch on to you. But what happened? Whatever when the cameras are off, the lights are off, and you by yourself. You
you are
know.
alone. Yeah. So well, let's go back to that discernment, because you have to know that there are some people that are in your circle because they're just watching you because they're trying to watch you fall, or they're trying to figure out what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
yeah, yeah.
isn't there to cheer you on or
Oh
to
no.
aid you along your journey or your path of success. And I believe you had a friend of mine, and she's a like we've just met within the past year, but I hold her dear to my heart. And she has a very successful bid. Patricia Cresswell. She
Yeah, yeah,
does
yeah, yeah.
clean
She's
house.
in a company
Okay,
session. Big shout out to
yeah.
her. She's in a company session right now.
What for me meeting her, I'm gonna tell you, it's something that my grandmother taught me. She said that when you're equally yoked with people and everybody's got a cup, right? And the word
Hmm.
says, "My cup runneth over." Well, if everybody got their cup, see, that's work, and that's the faith in action. So maybe my cup pour over to hers, and hers pour over into mine, and yours, and you in the midst, and something pour into yours. Everybody is gonna be blessed because everybody's is yoked, and we got something in common, and everybody's got a cup out and not a hand. See, because
Right.
some people just out there begging. But when you got
Yeah.
a cup, now we working.
Right, because it's your blood, sweat, and tears that's doing it, and they feel like they should reap the benefits of your labor.
Yeah,
God. The Bible says God gives seed to the sower. If you're not the sower, He's not gonna provide you with the seed. And I ain't, you God want workers. You got to be a soldier out here. If you ain't willing to be no
yeah, Lord.
soldier, if you ain't want to be no worker, He's just gonna cut you off. Because He even talked about that with parable of the talent. You had one who hid his talent. We call him lazy. You can't be lazy in the kingdom. You got to be putting in work in the kingdom all the time, spiritually, mentally, whatever. God did not raise lazy people. That's a spirit of the devil. Laziness comes from the devil.
Yeah,
But
it's a distraction.
yeah, it is.
Because it's so easy to do. That's just like being like having a clean house versus a dirty house. It is so easy to, oh, I dropped that, pick it up. But you know how much goes into just walking past something that you just dropped, and then you drop something else, and you just keep walking past, keep walking
And
past,
it
keep walking past. Yeah,
and it
it
builds up.
just
It
right,
builds up.
it builds up. But if you address it right when it's happening, so much more productive. No, it may not always be easy to do, but it is. But it is, because it
Right.
becomes a habit. Because now
It
it's a
does.
habit, and that's how our businesses are going to succeed. That's how your podcast is going to grow. That's how our businesses and our future endeavors and ventures are going to move, because it's a habit. It's like, you know what? I didn't do this. I need to do that. Let me get this done. Let me go out here and talk to this person. Let me go over here and do this. It's action. It's
and
not
it
lazy.
is, and it's not, and it's taking the time and going the process, going through the process. It takes 9 months for a baby to get here.
10.
10.
It takes us 10 to cook them.
Right, but it's still it's the timing of it.
Yeah.
It's the patience. You gotta have patience. If you don't have patience, you're not gonna last long.
You're
And
not gonna
once
last at
again,
all.
social media full of people. Like when people get these surgeries for weight loss, you still they don't understand, Leslie. You still have to keep the weight off.
Oh yeah. Or you have to keep going back.
They feel like, oh, I can eat what I want to eat now. I won't get. Yes, you will gain. It will over time. You'll start putting on pounds over time.
Oh yeah, they
Just
come
keep
back
doing
with
it, keep doing it, keep doing it.
I tell you what,
Yeah,
the only
but you
thing
have
the only thing that I'm willing to lose, and when it comes back, it got some extra, is some money. Okay, so other than that, you can keep it. Okay, now if I go and I put something over here, I put that money over there. I want to come back with some friends, some relatives, and all kind of stuff. But if it's some fat, you can have it. If it's some problems, you can have that. If it's drama, you can have that. You can have all that, but the blessings, all that good stuff, it can multiply. I'm willing to take all of that in.
Hey, and that's what you want to. Hey, and that's what you. Cause I ain't like it. Everybody wants to see it in return on their investment.
Yeah, but you gotta give. Yeah, but in order to get a return on an investment, what you got to do?
You got to give.
You got to put something in. Yeah, you can't hold on to all of it and think that you're just gonna receive.
It's gonna grow.
Or reap without a sow. You got to sow something.
You got to. And now before we go any further, we'll take another commercial break, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
I originally visited Dress for Success in 2012. I was laid off. I had an interview coming up. My child care provider referred me to Dress for Success, and when she told me about the program and how much it was set up for women, it was a no-brainer. I felt crisp because I knew the information, I knew what I bring to the table, but I didn't have a complete look. There was an opportunity for me to go and get suited, and when I put that suit on, it gave me the confidence and everything that I needed to really move forward. Everything within that suit was sleek, it was polished, and it meant business. At that next interview, I was offered the position because of that suit. I no longer have that suit because I paid it forward. Now another woman gets to experience exactly what I felt through the power of that suit. People may not understand your journey, but your journey is yours, and as you stay the course, Dress for Success provides lifelong resources. Dress for Success really changed the trajectory for my family. We've been thriving and living out loud ever since. And the journey never stopped. I'm still connected to Dress for Success today. Things go good when you expect things to go good.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back here on the Walking This Way Impact Boys podcast, which is our Wednesday night edition. I'm your host, Fermin Jackson Jr., along with my special guest, Leslie. I thank you, Leslie, for taking time once again on your productive schedule to be on here this evening with me, just having a casual conversation and all of the great stuff. Before we get off the air, go ahead and plug in your social media information. I get people to follow you, support you, and all that you're doing in the DFW.
Well, it's very simple. It's the letters L is it my initials, LMW_LTD. So Leslie Williams Limited Company, LMW_LTD. That's Instagram and Facebook.
Man,
and
awesome.
My website is lesliemwilliams.com. I am a brand all by myself. Okay.
But
the brand.
Right, and that's a good thing. Protect your brand, ladies and gentlemen. Protect your brand at all costs. Seriously, protect your brand at all costs. Because we know that the Bible tells us a good name is better than riches. A good name is better than riches. Because think about it. When people hear your name, either they gonna say something good or they're gonna say something bad. You also got people that will hate on you too, so they'll allow you to
but
as well.
Either way,
but,
guess what? They're talking about you. So it's free, it's free marketing all the same, because everybody's not gonna believe what they hear, and they're gonna go look for themselves and say, hey, and that's not so bad after all.
Right. You're right about that. You're absolutely right. Well, like I said, we're about to get off the air this evening. So we pressing for time. So I thank everybody for tuning in and checking us out. I will be back here Saturday morning. I won't be starting at 10 Saturday. I'll be starting at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning. So be tuning in to the Saturday morning edition as well. Most important, man, y'all love yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself. But before we go, Les, you have any signs of advice, any words of wisdom for the listening audience?
Now, just be true to yourself. You have to be the person to others that you want people to be to you. If that can become contagious, man, we could change this world. It's really just that simple.
Hey, it's that simple. So, ladies and gentlemen, we out this thing, and y'all have a great night. And
be safe over the holidays.
Be safe over the holidays. Oh, yeah, it is. Tomorrow is 4th of July. So, y'all be safe for the holidays. Be wise, use wisdom. We know family members going to be out cooking, barbecuing. And for those who have to work, of course, I have to work because I work in law enforcement. So I have to work tomorrow night. But hey, it's time and a half for me. But still be safe out there. Be wise, use wisdom when you're doing things. And we out this thing. So peace, everybody.
All right. Bye.
Johnny Domino, set that up.
You know, every time I do something, I got to keep it real with myself. I got to put everything in a man up above. And one day, God told me, you got to stay prayed up, man. You got to stay prayed up.
I know life gets heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe. But stay prayed up.
Talk to him, Adrian.
The trouble don't last always.
You know,
death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me. Stay prayed up.
What you always tell them?
And I see you on the other side.
I see you on the other side.
We all got a place and a time.
We got that time
and that's
coming.
the bottom line. Stay prayed up.
You gotta stay prayed up, though.
As sure as we live, we must die. When it's my time to go, I want you to know.
Hey, China, let them know how you rejoice on this verse.
They say rejoice when they die and cry when they born, and through the rain and the storms. You gotta keep pressing on, cause you never know when your season gon' change. But you better know that your season gon' change and your time gon' come. And life will be a beer, and every single day that beat get realer. Yo, but life is for the living, yeah. So live while you living. And what is prayer? You telling God what you feeling, or you sitting quiet meditating so you can hear him. And he'll tell you how to make it and show you how to battle, cause it's a war in the matrix. And you might get some scars and feel failures, but the race ain't given to the swift, you gotta pace it. Cause life is a journey, and I'ma keep praying till they put me on a gurney.
I know life gets heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe. But stay prayed up.
You gotta stay prayed up.
The trouble don't last always. Death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me. Stay prayed up.
You know I'ma see you on that other side,
and I see you on the other side. We all got a place and a time, and that's the bottom line.
Our time coming.
As sure as we live, we must die.
I want you to know.
When it's my time to go, I want you to know.
Hey, D1, give me that real life experience.
D1. It feel like I'm cursed, but I know that I'm blessed. I smile on the ground, but I know that I'm stressed. My partner got murked, we just laid him to rest. Now I'm at the gun store buying bulletproof vests. I just left out of church, paranoid in the service. I'm looking at me mugged up, got me nervous. Saw him stand up, thought that he was finna blast me. Ran, gave his life to the law, walked right past me. Hold up, ain't prayed in a while. Hold up, remember back as a child, wanted to be like Mike. My grandma bought me Wheaties. Couldn't add sugar cause she had diabetes. But those was the days when it all felt easy. Now I get depressed when I turn on the TV. I need me a blessing, so pray for me. Trying to get my soul right cause judgment day coming.
I know life gets heavy sometimes, make it hard to breathe. But stay prayed up, yeah. The trouble don't last always. Death ain't easy to accept, but do this for me. Stay prayed up, yeah. And I see you on the other side. We all got a place and a time, and that's the bottom line. Stay prayed up. As sure as we live, we must die.
You know, that's in this dedication. dedication out to
When
my
it's my
dog,
time to go,
my brother, Mr.
I want
Magic,
you to
and
know
my
I
sis
ain't
Chastity.
up, yeah.
You know I stay prayed up.
Yeah.
And to everybody that's not here no more, one love. Shout out to my dog, His Willie Key, Mr. Rolling on the guitar.